Hi everybody, it's Bartie Joyce here, back again with another vlog. For this week's vlog, I thought I would talk to you what I would do differently about if I basically went to Spain again, if I did another holiday, like what I've learned from it. Well, I would make sure that the lens was cleaned every single day, because I'm guilty. I only started cleaning it from about the third day, so I'm a little bit guilty with that, I'm sorry to say. I would also learn a bit more about it, like how to use a bit more of the functions and things like that. And I would also make sure I put a little tripod or a little handhold thing for moving around with, so it's a bit more stable. So that's one thing. There's two things that I've learned from that. I would also make sure that the batteries are always charged, because there was certain days where it was a little bit more like, is it going to last the whole day? So I'd make sure I'd charge it every time I got home. Also, always remembering to have the same memory cards, like as much memory cards as possible. When I got this camera, it came with a 16 gig one, and literally that lasted from the airport. The first day basically that lasted, so that ran out within like half an hour of actually being there. So luckily my friend Mr. Rufus Duffin gave me 3 64 gig ones, which came in very handy, which I filled 2 of them up and got through possibly about halfway off the other 64 one. So if you're going on holiday anywhere and you've got a Panasonic Lumix, make sure you take a good chunk of memory cards with you. Ideally, as many as you like. So 64 gigs are good. So if you wanted to get 64 gig ones, say you've gone on holiday for 2 weeks, make sure you take anything up to 10, I would say, for that, because that would be it's better to have too much than too little. And it all goes on into this little department in here. You go like a little section down there where you put like so many memory cards in, possibly even there. But it all comes in handy. It's nice to have this around my neck as well, because we did a thing. We went to Barcelona city centre, which is going to be a vlog coming up very soon. If you're going on holiday for like say a week, 2 weeks, it's also nice to plan your days in advance. Obviously, probably occasionally there'll be rain, so you've got to change your plans. But then it'll be good to like have it sort of not like obviously written down like what you're going to do, but some sort of idea of on where you want your vlogs to be or videos to be, or even just taking snaps and that, because that's also a good handy thing to have. So you've got to make sure that you plan it in advance as well, because it's nice to actually know where you're at as well, and also make sure that you keep everything charged and you take as many memory cards as possible. Right, that's it for this week's vlog, people. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and look out for the rest of my Spain vlogs and for the rest of my November challenge, my 30-day November challenge. See you next time. Cheers.